Welcome to this edition of Roundtable right here on TNSP Sports Net, where the streak is finally over. Cliff Lee chooses not where you think he'd go, and we got some Q&A from the folks at Twitter and Facebook. So hey, you at the right place. Holla. I'm your host, Naughty Dread. Allow me to introduce you to my panel.
Jamal McKenzie, ATL #1 fan.
Hey, it's Greg Winnie. You can reach me on Twitter at GWinJr.
It's your man, Gordon Robinson. You check me out right here on TNSP Sports Net.
All right, we're going to jump right into this thing. The streak is over. You know, 297 games. He lasted every player who's ever played and at least one stadium because the Metrodome went down before Bret Favre went down. And then he's talking about, you know, Leslie Frazier didn't want to put him on IR this week. Tavares Jackson have the turf toe. Should Bret Favre come back and finish this season out, though it's lost cause and he was brought here to win a Super Bowl for Minnesota?
I don't want to say it's a lost cause. The Coach Frazier, knows what he has in that locker room, and if he's willing to put him out there, he knows what he got in his refrigerator. If Tavares Jackson is not getting the job done, you got to put Bret Favre in there. Just let him go out on his horse. Hopefully they win, but I doubt very seriously if they do.
Can we fairly judge Tavares Jackson off one bad game against the New York Giants? I mean,
but there's something in there to where every time it seems like Tavares Jackson is supposed to be the starter, they go and grab somebody else and beg and plead Bret Favre or whoever else the next guy is to come in and play for him. I mean, like you said, they know what they have in Tavares Jackson. I don't know if he just doesn't have the winner factor. I don't know if he's not studying the playbook, but whatever the reason is, there's something going on where the head coach, whoever the head coach is at the time, doesn't want his guy on the field.
Well, I mean, Bret Favre could easily walk away from the game right now.
That's not Bret Favre.
And it'll be all right. But okay, with that being said, does Bret Favre, if he plays this weekend, or the fact that he even is thinking about coming back to play this weekend with this shoulder situation, does that sort of dispel some of the connotations that he's a selfish player, he's a diva? You know, he don't have to come and play. He can get $1 million and sit down.
I mean, I don't think he want to walk away like that. I think he want to go out and actually playing. I mean, the way he going, he probably gonna get carried out the last game, carried on the shoulders. Bret Favre.
Because one thing you can say about Bret Favre, whether you love him or hate him, tough. I mean, anytime you say anything about Bret Favre, the first thing about somebody's mouth is he's tough. And you know he doesn't want to go out on the injury. You know that's not the way if he was to write it out, that's not the way it's going to go. I mean, it might have been out on interception.
He have to play.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. I mean, I think that's the way he's going to go out.
This streak, what would you put this streak as far as, I mean, I don't want to really rate it against other streaks. That
you don't have a choice. Don't care Rick Ryan. I know that's where you're going with it. No,
that's why I'm trying not to go there. I'm just trying to, as far as just something being a part of someone's legacy. How big is this streak? Because like we know Michael Jordan for the 6 rings, he retired 2 years, came back and won 3 more. That's huge for his legacy. What is this streak for his legacy? How big is it for sports?
I think it's the biggest thing for his legacy. To be honest with you, he had 1 Super Bowl, lost 1. So I ain't like he the greatest to ever do it, the greatest to ever put it on. But he tough. I mean, that's the biggest thing for me that I'm gonna remember. He played 297 games straight in the NFL. That's the biggest thing I'm gonna know about. I mean, the Super Bowl was a long time ago.
There's a target on his back every single play. He takes hits. He's not the typical Peyton Manning pocket pass to get it out of his hand. He takes shots. That's part of his DNA. He doesn't want to get rid of the ball. He doesn't want to throw it away. But at the same time, he's a tough country boy, and I'm going to roll with him. The streak is the best thing going in football history.
And besides that, I mean, beyond, you say his legacy, the streak, his toughness, and his toughness is shown by that streak. But at the same time, I think, like we talked about earlier, his passion for the game, because I can remember vividly, they were going against Tampa Bay, and Green Bay against Tampa Bay. Warren Sapp would knock him down. He'd get back up, clapping his hands, getting in his face, like, yeah, bring it on, I want some more. He's an Iron Man.
Schoolyard.
I mean, well, looking at how this season went, he by all standards, he failed. no Super Bowl.
You can't put this whole season on him.
Hold on, wait. I mean, 10 touchdowns to 18 interceptions, and nothing changed from last year. The team pretty much the same. I gotta put some of that on him. I mean, I know Sidney Rice.
Take away Sidney Rice.
But I'm saying,
Percy Harvin missing games in practice time.
With all that being said, this season has been a failure. They didn't win the Super Bowl. The streak got snapped.
Head coach lost.
Head coach gone.
The guy that wanted it.
Gotta get a new stadium. The stadium you got gone.
It's a roof for me, something.
Does Bret Favre come back next year and try to sell out another stadium or try to succeed on top of this failure?
No ankle, no shoulder. You can't throw over no shoulder. I mean, I don't mind him not being able to run away, but you can't throw over no shoulder.
And one thing about it, you said it, 297 straight football games at the quarterback position.
Yep.
Where these guys are barreling down, trying to kill you on every play. I mean, that says something. I mean, why would you come back and only open yourself up to more of that? Because next year, do you think next year he's gonna just put it all together? That's taking the wear and tear all over his body.
Passion for the game, though. I think he will.
If you can't get out of bed, what good is passion?
I mean, but if somebody need a quarterback in week 3,
Miami.
We go down to Bret Favre.
We saw Benny Testaverde and Steve Bird do it
for the long.
He was 50. But if you pay somebody $20 million, chances are they're gonna show up to work. And this week, the Philadelphia Phillies just did that to Cliff Lee. $120 million for 5 years. I mean, he essentially left about $30 million on the table that he could have got from the New York Yankees. When you look at the decision that Cliff Lee made by deciding not to be the man in New York or staying in Texas and going to be on a team that pretty much got 2 other stars, are there really any real comparisons to what he did and to what LeBron James did as far as his decision to go to the Philadelphia Phillies?
It's the same thing, man.
How you figure?
It's the same thing.
He
took less money to be on a better rotation. Well, he ain't got to be the number 1 guy.
Well, you put it like that, but he will be the number 1 guy. I mean, Roy Halladay. That's 1A.
Well, how they coming out with Cy Young Award?
Yeah, with 2 no-hitters.
With 2 no-hitters and a no-hitter in the playoffs.
Right.
I'm gonna roll with either one. I'll take either one. I'm not arguing.
Yeah, you're right about that.
But I'm saying this: you stack both lineups against each other, the Yankees versus the Phillies. I think the Phillies have a better hitting lineup and a better pitching lineup. So why wouldn't you? It's not about the money all the time.
That's what I was ready to say.
And when the cost of living in New York, a little bit different than in Philly. Same thing in Texas. So $120 million is nothing to see.
So why doesn't it compare to what LeBron did? He took less money to go play with a better team.
But
still got 100-something.
But there's something to say. LeBron was the face of the league, and he was more importantly, he was the face of Cleveland. I mean, Cleveland had nothing else going. The Indians, the Browns, maybe. I mean, he was the entire city.
Yeah.
Well, Holiday's gone from place to place, and besides it, he's been in Philly. He knows what Philly is like. He knows the atmosphere. So apparently, you consult with your family.
He's also been in Cleveland.
Yeah, for real. You consult with your family. You know that and you weigh your options. And if your family's comfortable with being in Philly, you know what I'm saying? You married, you got a wife, you got kids. If they've been there and they say, well, look, we don't know about this whole New York stuff.
All right, deal signed, $120 million. He goes to the Philadelphia. Philadelphia, of course, they lose Jason Worth. He took big money to go to Washington. You got the best first baseman in the game to me, Adrian Gonzalez, just got scooped up by Boston, and so did Carl Crawford. I mean, with the free agent moves that have been made, who's right now is the favorite, early favorite, and what moves have to be made? For example, for the Yankees, what do they have to do now to catch up if they're behind?
I mean, you let everybody tell it. The Yankees already got the most potent lineup anyway, so they don't have to do anything except for win games. They re-signed Mariano Rivera, they re-signed Jeter, but they can still bat. They can still put up runs.
Jorge because now Jorge got to be the DH. He old. They getting old about a minute. The pitching style, CC Sabathia, is what you got. You don't know what you got in Burnett. Phil Hughes, you got something a little, but he still got it.
What you do is to go get Felix from Seattle. That's what you do if you want to compete.
But see, now
that's what you do. You go. I mean, they are New York. They can make ways to happen. They got a top-notch catcher.
Yankees can't win every year.
Why?
They just can't win every year.
But the thing about it is, for as much as everybody want to downplay coaching in baseball, there's still some strategy to this, to facing the lineup, left hands, right hands. You still have to do that, and I think that's what has to be done to take the Yankees over the top. I mean, because right now, it looks like they're just trotting the balls out and say, well, look, we got an all-star cast. You gotta go out there and win the ball game. When you need a little bit more than that.
So this on Joe Girardi.
I mean, they got one with Joe though.
I know.
I mean, so it ain't like, I mean, they missed out this year. They came up on the cliff lead, like we just talked about, and didn't make it. So I mean, they not done.
No, I'm not saying by any stretch of the
but who is the favorite?
But I'm saying there's
right now, who's the favorite
in that division? Boston.
Just get ready.
In baseball.
In baseball, you look at the Phillies rotation. I'm gonna say the Phillies. The Phillies got it.
And how far is San Francisco behind? I mean, you look at San Francisco Giants rotation. I mean, now they don't have the bats that Philly has, but
the rotation is not. I mean, on paper, we talking about the Phillies and we talking about everybody else.
Seriously, it's that big of a gap.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we got a new segment that we're introducing now. It's the Q&A segment. G-Win, I think you already have the questions.
I got a couple of questions here. Kente Atkins. We don't talk much about the Clippers.
And what from Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook. Yeah, I got this question from Facebook. Kente Atkinson asks, will the Clippers, even with Blake Griffin, be relevant anytime soon?
No.
I mean, they'd be a relevant joke. They're always a running joke.
Right.
I mean, so they're relevant. It's just to what extent. But with the owner they have,
and the joke in itself is bringing Vinny Del Negro in coach.
He won't be there. He won't be there in 3 years anyway.
I don't think Vinny Del Negro is the problem. The problem is the rest of the team besides Blake Griffin. You got a point guard who want to shoot movies, who come in overweight, who the owner is getting front row seats. Just to call him out. Just call, hey, fat boy. So I mean, you can't win like that. The team, as it has always been, is in disorder. Right. And in 3 years, maybe 4, because they'll probably
he gonna go to the Lakers, the same bill.
He going somewhere else. It won't be there.
Let him tell you he's on board. He said he's committed. They stuck next to him. He hurt himself last year in preseason.
Who hasn't said they weren't committed?
He's playing hard for the Clippers.
Yeah,
he is playing hard
for his check. His next one.
All right, the next question is from Redrick Zombie, also on Facebook.
Okay.
He's asking, and this is a hot topic down here because the Falcons aren't getting much respect, much love from around the nation. And this question is, what teams have a real shot at beating the Falcons if they get home field?
If the Falcons get home field.
If the Falcons get home field in the playoffs.
Like you said, everybody that can make the playoffs can beat the Falcons. I don't, just as well as the Falcons can beat everybody else that make the playoffs.
I disagree. Cause I don't think Chicago with Jay Cutler can go into the Georgia Dome and beat the Falcons. I just don't think. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers can go in the Georgia Dome with no Jermichael Finley and without the way that offensive line is and beat the Falcons with no running back and beat the Falcons. Now I think the Eagles can go in there. I think the Saints can go in there and get it done. But I think the Giants can go in there and get it done. But other than that, I don't see too many teams that can go into the Georgia Dome and beat the Falcons. You gotta have a top quarterback and a decent defense.
But you know, we all want to see Vic make his return to Atlanta.
Yeah,
that would be probably
that's
the
what everybody want to see. But before they can
game.
See that, the Falcons still have to win a playoff game. So let's not go get too ahead about it.
They'll win the playoff game, man.
I hope so. Okay, the last fan question is this from Ayavis Wamble. If the Knicks get Carmelo, how would that shake up the league, and how would that chemistry work with him and Amari Stoudemire?
It can work. They play two different positions.
Exactly.
They play two different positions, but I want to see how it will work with him. He's not a great 3-point shooter. In that offense right there, the guy who's not doing the pick and roll usually gonna end up doing the 3-point shooting.
Well, if he's wide open because of a double team from Amari, he will make that three.
But he's not great at it. I mean, you got other guys on the team that can really shoot already.
But the thing about Melo is he's streaky. You know what I'm saying? He starts his streak, and one thing I respect about his game is typically when you watch Melo, he'll start off on the inside. He start off heating himself up. He'll go to the paint. You go to the paint, and in that offense, like I said, you can pick and roll. You got a fast break off it. I mean, you warm him up, and so when it's time to take those shots, he'll make those buckets, man.
As long as Raymond Felton is playing on the level he's playing this year, their offense would not be a problem if Carmelo went to the New York Knicks. But they're still in the Eastern Conference where defense is how you make your money. I don't know if Carmelo is a good enough defender going along with Amari, who's really not proving, even though this year he has 2 blocks a game, which is his career high. He's defending more.
Oh, this is. Yeah.
They're not defensive players. Raymond Felton is not a defensive stopper. So they'll try to outscore a lot of teams, and being streaky like that, come playoff times, you'll be at home.
Yeah, and saying that though, D'Antoni's not really a defensive coach.
You're right. That's why he should have stayed in the West, where he and probably could have snuck some out. But in the East, he'll never come out the East playing that style.
Okay, with Carmelo, are they better than Boston, Chicago? Who else is up there?
Regular season.
Miami.
Regular season. But
I don't think so even then.
Look, last year the Hawks was the third.
They still won't be deep.
Third team in the East.
They got to give
We were
something up
better
to get
than
in.
Boston in the regular season.
Boston
Come
added
playoffs,
depth
that's a
since
different
then.
game. Come playoffs with Carmelo in New York, it's a whole different game.
Still
You
don't
gotta
have a
play
big
defense.
man.
And you gotta have a big man.
You still don't have a big man.
And Raymond Felton is not proven in the playoffs.
And they got blew out by the Hawks too. Anyway, so
That's that. Well, that's our edition of the Roundtable this week on TNSP Sports Net. Hey, make sure y'all check out them blogs too. My man Brandon McCoy got some new stuff on them Hawks. The Hawks are playing actually pretty well without Joe Johnson. So hey, y'all already know what to do. Next week, same time, same place. All day.